White House release published Saturday, December 6, 2025. Fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump begins process to align U.S. core childhood vaccine recommendations with best practices from peer-developed countries. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed a presidential memorandum. This action begins the process to align U.S. core childhood vaccine recommendations with best practices from peer-developed countries. The memorandum directs the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Acting Director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to review best practices from peer-developed countries for core childhood vaccination recommendations. They will also review the scientific evidence that informs those practices. If these best practices are found to be superior to current U.S. recommendations, the officials are directed to update the U.S. core childhood vaccine schedule. The goal is to align with scientific evidence and best practices from peer-developed countries while preserving access to vaccines currently available to Americans. The United States currently recommends vaccinating all children for 18 diseases, including COVID-19. By comparison, Denmark recommends vaccinations for 10 diseases, Japan for 14 diseases, and Germany for 15 diseases. The timing and administration of vaccines also varies by country. For example, the United States recommends yearly influenza vaccines starting at 6 months of age. Many peer countries do not recommend yearly influenza vaccination as a core vaccination for all children. The hepatitis B vaccine at birth is standard in the United States but uncommon in most developed countries. In those countries, it is typically only recommended for newborns of mothers who test positive for the infection. President Trump is committed to building a healthier future for America, starting with children. In February, he signed an executive order establishing the President's MAHA Commission. This commission is tasked with investigating and addressing the root causes of America's escalating health crisis, with an initial focus on childhood chronic diseases. The Trump administration ended the blanket recommendation for all children to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The recommendation is now based on shared clinical decision-making between patients and clinicians. In September, the MAHA Commission released the Make Our Children Healthy Again strategy. This plan includes more than 120 initiatives to reverse policies linked to America's childhood chronic disease epidemic. The strategy prioritizes developing a vaccine framework that ensures America has the best childhood vaccine schedule. In May, the MAHA Commission released an assessment summarizing what is known and what questions remain regarding the childhood chronic disease crisis. Thanks for listening. The full source material for this summary is in the description below.